myself trapped inside. I can't help but wonder how my mistakes led me here. Can I ever fix this? When I look back, you and me, and the bond between us, how did it all go wrong? If you could rescue me, would you help set me free? Would you betray me? If I could go back and change the past, would we then have a chance to try and make it last? I would give anything to be with you again. If I can change my life, will you be there to help and change me? It's clear to me I was wrong, and I know I hurt you. If only I knew how we could be back together, I'd give it all up for you. I'd even embrace to be turned into a fraud. If you could rescue me, would you set me free? Would you betray me? I would give anything to be with you again. If I would change my life, will you be there to help and to unchain me? Are you here to rescue me? Would you be there and chain me? If we could go back and change the past, would we then have a chance? And could we make it last? I would give anything to be with you again. If I would change my life, will you be there to help and to unchain me?
Check 1 2. Is this thing on? How is everybody doing tonight? Tonight, we are going to be finishing Final Fantasy IX. We're going to hopefully be taking on a couple of super bosses too, but I'm not going to let that be the entire stream. So, let's see what happens. There I am. Heartbreak and tears, the best part of the game. Hey, remember the title. No crying until the end. I don't know how long this is going to take, so I'm just going to get right into it. I refuse. Okay, fine. You're not streaming. You can cry whenever you want. I'm not allowed to cry until the end. Okay, performance modes so that my computer doesn't explode. All right. We are ready to go. Now, before we jump directly into Memoria, I'm going to do a couple things first. So first of all, I did some more off-screen grinding. Didn't really get any levels, but I have mastered pretty much all the abilities in the game with the exception of 4. I don't have Doomsday for Vivi. I don't have Arc for a dagger. And I don't have Shock and Climb Hazard for Steiner. So we are going to fix that. I can't get Doomsday or Arc right now, but I can go get Steiner's stuff. And this is also going to be stalling for time because Queena's Frog Drop isn't quite maxed out yet, and it hopefully is going to be by the time we're done. I'm waiting for frogs to repopulate. So, for Steiner, we go to Daguerreau, and there is an old man on the 2nd floor, if memory serves, who is looking for an item called the Magical Fingertip. Oh, you were crying before the stream pixelated? I hope everything's okay. I know today's been kind of a bad mental health day for me, but I actually literally just finished talking to my counselor. So I'm doing a little bit better. Yeah, this guy wants the Magical Fingertip. Talking to him makes it appear in the Trano auction house. So we're going to go get that. We're going to do a couple other short side quests, and then we are going to come back here and give it to him. Yeah. I wasn't... Plot twist, Dream was the counselor. You were killing monsters in Undertale? Okay, that is definitely something that's worth shedding some tears over. They really do their best to make that not fun. Dream is not my counselor, but Dream does do her very best to support me, and has helped me through some very tough spots before. So, you know, we're both glad that I actually got a proper counselor to talk to, but Dream has been there to help me. So, very, very much. Hey, Lance! How are you doing, my dude? We are wrapping up some side quests, and then we are going to finish this game tonight, and it is going to emotionally destroy me in the best way possible. So the Magical Fingertip, once you talk to the old man, it goes on sale here in the auction house. So let's see. There's a rat tail, don't need it. Doga's artifact, don't need it. Magical Fingertip, we need that one. And we don't need any ribbons. So, auction house, people are going to shout out their bids. The way you want to win is wait until the auctioneer asks specifically, are there any more bids? And then immediately put in a bid. You are guaranteed to win. The price might be a little bit high, but I've got 1.8 million gil, so we're good. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Lance. It has been a while. Tonight was supposed to be Salt and Sanctuary, but I promised Theo that I would let him see the finale of this game, and the schedule's just lined up right, so he's able to tune in for at least a while. And I'm hoping to be able to finish everything while he's here on stream. Oh god, these people are really bidding for this rat tail. Sorry for Salt fans. That's okay. Next week my schedule might be a little bit weird because my days off from work are a little messed up. Salt is definitely going to happen, and I have to figure out what game I want to do after Final Fantasy IX. And I was thinking about putting it to a vote, but I also recently came upon a game on the Steam Summer Sale that I bought, and in keeping with the theme of emotionally destroying Japanese-style role-playing games, we're going to be playing Omori. So if you know anything about Omori, get hyped for that, or start having Nom flashbacks. Oh crap, these people are really driving the price up for this. Oh no! Oh yes! Oh yes. It will not be a blind playthrough. I have been thoroughly spoiled, but I feel like being that spoiled will let me put on a better show. And people who haven't seen it will still be able to enjoy it. These people really want this guy's fingers. Like, holy shit, guys. Calm down. They're making me work for it. $47,000. Well, 47,100. Fuck you. Literally the first time I have ever been outbid. These guys... I mean, if I didn't have more money than God, I would be upset. Oh my god. I swear, I never got outbid on everything else I bought at this auction house. And I bought a lot of shit. They can have my money. I mean, I'm not going to have any use for it after this. They hate me, man. Oh yeah, they hate me. What's funny is that the big guy in the red cloak up front, he's normally the asshole. These guys are just being... Oh my god. It's time to get our bid. They have a limited amount of gills, so they have to run out at some point. The game is mad that I'm rich. The game is programmed to have it be like a specific percentage of your gil. This is the kind of content you guys tuned in for tonight, right? Watching me waste gil at an auction house? This is why you're all here. This is prime Twitch content. I mean, it's a JRPG, right? That's what makes us excited about JRPGs. The numbers go up. The numbers get big. Fuck you! I'm tempted to just max out the bid, but I don't know if they can actually outbid me on that. This is absurd. Literally the most I spent on everything else was like 22,000. The bidders woke up and chose violence. Go eat a dick, it's mine. And if in case you thought I was kidding, magical fingertip. No one knows who this go-go guy is. He just disappeared. Did he really exist or what? It's literally his fingertips. Apparently in this universe he was like a legendary blacksmith or a legendary craftsman or something. It's a Final Fantasy VI reference though. Go-go was a mime. Alright, and we could take that back to Daguerreo right now, but we have another side quest that is going to take us to Daguerreo, so we may as well knock that out at the same time. Yeah, woo! Crusty mummified fingers. Okay, so people who have been watching the whole time might have noted that the Moogle post office, Mognet, is not working. And we found the Moogle post office, we found the Postmaster General, Artemisian, and he's not telling why it doesn't work, except that he used something that was supposed to be designed for the machines, he used on his fur. So, we need to go sort this out. And there's like a million Mognet letters in the entire game, but only the last 4 actually make a difference. Oh, hi, Marble. Guess what? Oh shit, I still have the battle speed set a little bit higher. Close enough. I think Freya's got a virus now, so I need to cure that. Yep. Freya's got a virus. Okay. Where's my vaccines? My team is as set up as they can be to fight the first of the super bosses, so we're gonna definitely give that a try. I think I'll do okay. It's literally Latin for bad breath. You know, I could actually see that. Mal is like a malefactor or malice, which meant bad. And I guess Boro could actually be the root word of breath. Right, Mognet. Haven't received an email lately. Haven't received an email lately. What the fuck? Nogrio Black Mage Village. Something is wrong here. Maybe I just have to go to the one at Ibsen's Castle? I may have to go look this up. The last 4 Mognet letters are the ones you have to deliver, and you can actually skip everything leading up to those. I got most of them. Oh, these guys are back. Well, don't care about them. So let me go see if I can start the chain at Ibsen's Castle instead. And that's Q's Marsh, which means Ibsen's Castle. is like over this direction somewhere. Ah, yeah, here we are. Hopefully I can start it here, otherwise I have to go look up what I did wrong. Also, I want to point out, unless you're doing the Mognet side quest, you never have to come back to this screen, and they actually made a completely different background for it being shrouded in mist. That is attention to detail. Alright. Kumul, Mognet. Haven't received any mail lately, though. What am I missing here? Give me a minute. FF9 Mognet side quest. 27 letters to be delivered, all important ones in Disc 4. You can ignore all the letters except the endgame ones and still complete the quest. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what I did. It's not the last 4 letters, it's the ones on Disc 4. Okay. So, I know where to start it now. We got this. It just gives those frogs more time to repopulate, so we're good. We're good. So our first stop, assuming I'm reading this right, our first stop should be Alexandria. And Kupo in the Alexandria bell tower has a letter he wants us to deliver to Burmecia. If I get that letter, then we're good. The chain will be started. City is still, unfortunately, destroyed. But reconstruction is going apace. Oh, Stiltskin, can I buy anything from you? Nah. Chestnut? Oh, I guess I can do jump rope here if I really wanted to. Mognet. Cancel. I think we're getting close to solving the mystery of Mognet. Deliver a letter to Atla. Okay. We are good. Side quest has not been bungled. So, the whole Mognet thing is actually just kind of a comedy of errors. There is a lubricant called Super Slick that the machines need to run smoothly. They ran out because Artemisian used all of it. It's something that I would be very worried about, except they actually specify that he used it on his fur. And I parked my airship on the wrong goddamn side. Alright, next stop, Burmecia. Just a quick jaunt over the mountains here. Literally do not care. My entire team is asleep. You know what? Do I have anything that'll hit all of them? Fuck you guys. That's it. That's it. They die. I think it's the Moguri mod. You should be able to do !mod in chat and get the information. If not, I will look it up and send you a DM after the stream. Burmecia, unfortunately, is as depressing as ever. The Burmecians have been completely routed and scattered to different countries, and it is not being reconstructed yet. No problem. I think we want to go up here. No. Right, I go across. Oh, you poor bastards. You haven't been updated since Disc 1. Okay, yeah, this is the right way. Here we are. It's one of these rooms. Not that one. It's the other one. Hi, Atla. Mognet. I got a letter for you. I heard we haven't received any mail lately because the machine in Mognet Central broke down, Kupo. It's supposedly a complicated machine. They're missing something that makes the machine run smoothly, Kupo. I wonder if I'll start getting mail again when that machine gets fixed, Kupo. Getting closer to solving the mystery of Mognet. Deliver a letter to Mogrio. Mogrio is in the Black Mage Village. So, that was where I thought the quest started. I was wrong. Unfortunately, we have to run all the way out of Burmecia. Really, what I wouldn't give for a freaking exit spell. Why did they remove that? Okay, off to the Black Mage Village. At this point, I'm sure you've noticed it, but running around on the world map gets much more dangerous because we've got enemies from Terra just kind of chilling. Fortunately, when did they remove them? I think Exit and Warp were in 7. They didn't take you out of dungeons. They would... Exit would take you out of a battle, and Warp would remove an enemy from battle. I don't think they were in 8, though. I think 7 was the last time they were there. Alright, letter from Atla. We haven't been receiving mail because the machine in Mognet Central broke down. I wonder how we can fix it, Kupo. Do you think there's a special item that will fix the machine? Special item? Maybe it's... Might deliver letter to Kumul. I like how they just play coy with this item is. 7 had banish but not exit. 6 then? It might have been 6. They may have got rid of them when they made the transition to 3D. And I really wish that they hadn't. Then again, I will say that the plot structure of at least 9 and I think also 7, there was a lot less of go into the dungeon, beat the boss, get an item, and then you have to backtrack out. There was a lot less backtracking. Most of the dungeons are either plot-based, where you get to the end and then you get taken somewhere else by plot, or they're like a corridor-style dungeon, like Gizamaluk's Grotto, where you go in one side and then you leave the other side. Oh wait, I don't go there yet. I need to go to Ibsen's Castle first, and then I go to Daguerre. Actually, no, that's wrong too. I go to Ibsen's Castle, then Fossil Rue, then Daguerre. We got this. I have it written down. I'm not stupid. I'm just illiterate. Where the hell? There. Okay. Ibsen's Castle, Kumul. That's who we're looking for. Hey, Kumul. Got a letter for you. I heard that the machine in Mognet Central broke down. It's because they're missing that item. I wonder where you can find one, Kupo. It's a rare item, so I don't think you'll find one very easily. That item. Oh! I have a favor to ask. Deliver a letter to moi. Okay. I'm going to point out that this particular Moogle that we are trying to find is an asshole. And he's an asshole for 2 reasons. He is stationed at the entrance to Fossil Rue, which is a plot dungeon. We've been there before. We know where Fossil Rue is. That's not the issue. The issue is that all these other Moogles, they've been here the entire game. This Moogle was never here before. This Moogle literally moves here on Disc 4 and you get no notification of that. The other thing that makes him an asshole is that if you don't like blue mages, you probably won't have Quina in your party. You have to have Quina in your party to get to the entrance of Fossil Rue. You literally just can't get there if Quina's not in your party. Okay, the frogs are repopulating nicely. But we're going to do that later. That is some esoteric hidden bullshit. Yeah, that's why I don't feel bad about using a guide. Okay. I think... Yep, here we are. Hey, moi, you asshole. Here's a letter for you. I understand, Kupo. Mognet will function again once we have some. I think moi would know, Kupo. Where is that item? We need it to repair Mognet. They gotta tell me more than that item, Kupo. You gotta deliver a letter to Nagi for me. Thanks. Yeah, we'll deliver a letter to Nagi for you. That's fine. Nagi is in Daguerre. He has been in Daguerre the whole game. That's not an issue. And while we're there, we can turn in the magical fingertip and get Steiner's 3rd best weapon. And I'm actually going to put Steiner in my party for this as well. Okay, switch party members. Swap Freya for Steiner. And I think Steiner's currently naked? Yeah. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. Naked Steiner image in my head. Okay, he's not naked. I just took all of his equipment and gave it to Freya, because I'm not going to use Steiner. Get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out, get it out. Whenever you need to just expunge all other images from your head, just think sus amogus. And then the imposter will enter your brain and you will not be able to think of anything else because of human pattern recognition. Hey dude, I got your fingers. You have the magical fingertip? Will you give it to me? I beg you. Sure. Thank you. What's wrong? I used to be a fairly well-known blacksmith. My work was everything to me, and then one day, my wife died. That's when I moved here. I've been here ever since. A few years ago, I read a biography of a great craftsman named Gogo, who was known for making dolls that looked like real people. Supposedly, the secret to his extraordinary skill was in his fingers. So I figured if I could get his fingers and combine them with my skills, I could make a doll that looked like my wife. That's a little creepy. Little sus. I'm such a fool. Look at these fingers. They look worn down as if they never got a break. They look just like my fingers. That's also a little sus. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I now realize I must accept who I am and how I have lived my life. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. I no longer need it. And he just straight up gives us the legendary sword Excalibur, which teaches climb hazard. Here, just take this holy sword of legend. Also, Noggy, hi. A letter from moi? Thanks for delivering it. I think Mognet can go back to standard operation if we get the right item. Kupo, if you ask me, I think the item they're looking for is that thing. You know what I mean, right? It's that thing. Oh, I know. Kupo, Kupo. Deliver a letter to Kupo. Okay. So I've got the letter to Kupo. He's back in Alexandria. What? Why can I not step? I couldn't step right in the middle there for a minute. I thought maybe there was something hidden. Oh well. Okay, back to Alexandria. I promise there will be actual plot tonight. It's just we're doing this first. Okay, and we leave on this side of the city. Excuse me, kids. Take this holy sword of legend. I got no use for it anymore. I'm not even gonna sell it. Just living as a hermit in a waterlogged library. Like, my dude, pawn it off and live in comfort for the remainder of your life, at least. Hey, Kupo, I got a letter for you. I know that's needed to run the machine in Mognet Central. It's super slick. I heard a rumor about it. The rumor said that someone in Alexandria has it. That's what I heard, Kupo. Find it and send it to Central right away. Super slick, but I don't know who has any. Okay. So, now we at least know what we're looking for. And I think you're intended to run around and talk to everybody and figure out where it is, but I'm pretty sure Ruby uses it in her hair. Well, fry my hide. How'd you know I use this here super slick in my hair? You want to try some? How come you been eating it? You want to be beautiful like me? You're pulling my leg, aren't you? No? Well, I'll get my folks to send some more. You can have this one. You ain't gonna give it to some girl as a gift, are you? Well, no, I'm I'm going to give it to a Moogle as a gift, actually. That might actually be worse. Never mind. See you later, Ruby! Hope the whole cabaret thing goes well for you. Alright. Next stop, Mognet Central. We're going to finish up this quest. And I have decided to use fast forward tastefully. You're welcome. Equipment is broken. Mognet Central. Who do I talk to? I guess it must be Atla over here, or Artemisian. Hey, you brought some Super Slick. Will you give it to me? Sure. Thanks, with this oil. Now we can get the machine running again. Thanks, I'll give you this in return. Another Protect Ring, those are actually really nice. I was happy because my coat became so soft, but I took everyone's fun away. I'm sorry. Alright. And now the Moogle post office is in full swing. Hey, Stiltskin. That's it? Nothing else to say? I gotta say, it's really adorable. You can actually see them running the post office. Like, they put a lot of effort into this for a side quest that I guarantee you most of the people who played this game missed. Cute little Moogles, yes. Okay. So that's nice. That's one side quest wrapped up. The next side quest we're going to do is we are going to finish up the Chocobo Hot and Cold side quest. I took the liberty off stream of actually getting the chocographs from Chocobo's Air Garden. We just have to go find the treasures now. There are 3 that I have yet to get. Outer Island, Fairy Island, and Forgotten Island. And we're going to go for Fairy Island last for reasons that will become apparent when I get there. So the first place we're going to go is Outer Island. Now, luckily, the location names are clues for these. Outer Island is on the outer continent. There are 2 outer islands. We've already gotten Outer Island 1. We're looking for Outer Island 2. Or, no, we've already gotten 2. We're looking for 1. We're looking for the one we didn't get. And I believe that is this one. There it is. 21 amethyst, 16 garnets, 1 Genji armor, 1 Ragnarok. Yeah, they put a huge amount of effort into this game. Anyways, that Ragnarok, that is actually Steiner's best weapon in the normal game. It does not teach, okay, that has climb hazard. That has shock. Fuck it, I'm not going to use Steiner. I'm just going to give him that. We'll hope he learns that. Okay, so that's number 1. Forgotten Island, as you might expect, is on the Forgotten Continent. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one. Because if we look at it from this angle... Again, we just have to find where the treasure is. Here we go. There we are. 1 ribbon, 1 rebirth ring, 13 amethysts, 1 arc card. Excuse me. Okay, we are in the end game for this one. Now we have to go to Fairy Island. Fairy Island is very special. It's this little one right here in the middle. And there's a thing about Fairy Island. Okay, first of all, I think the treasure is at the top. It's over here in the mountains somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe it's over here. Of course, the very last one in the game would have to be kind of an asshole. Quack, 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 quack. Jesus Christ, Choco, stop shouting, just dig it up. There it is. 33 potions, 15 anointments, 1 holy mitre, 1 dark matter card. Discarded items over 99. Okay. And that's all the Chocograph treasures. I believe that's almost all the treasures we need Choco for, actually. But let's hop off of them for a second and see what the name of this fairy island is. And, oh, it says here Vile Island. Well, that doesn't bode very well. But let's save the game and then see what happens on this Vile Island. Let's see what lives here. Because you can't get here without a gold chocobo or the Invincible, so Disc 4 is the place to be. Oh look, these guys look cute, don't they? Oh no, they're casting Comet. Oh no, they're using virus powder. So yeah, say hello to the hardest enemies in the game, bar none. The Yans. You can't cast Float on me, you asshole. Seriously, stop trying, it doesn't work. Where's my bio? Well, there goes Steiner. I just want to note how much punishment this guy has taken and still is not dead. And there's 3 of them. Hey, Demo, how's it going? It's going pretty good. It was a little bit of a rough day earlier, but I'm happy to be here tonight. I'm happy to be doing this. Happy to be able to show off the ending of this game, even if I'm probably going to die here. These sheep. Okay, there goes Vivi. These sheep take no prisoners. There's 2. Will I survive to get the 3rd one? Snort. Goodbye, Queena. Just gone. Not dead, just gone. Tired but good, I know that feeling. Okay. Well, they wiped out 3 people. They also gave me a shitload of experience points. Okay. So yeah, those are Yans. We don't mess with Yans. We just don't. However, we are looking for something very specific here. Because we've been doing the friendly monster side quest. You should farm Yans? No thank you. However, I will say, one of the reasons I dropped a save there is so that I could maybe try to fight this guy later. Give me a diamond! There it is. Thanks a lot! Now you can reach the round guy! Okay, so Steiner has learned Shock. So now I can actually have him learn Climb Hazard, even though that sword is not as good, and even though Steiner is probably going to be relegated to obscurity for the rest of the game. No, I did not already kill the round guy. I thought about it. I fought the round guy. I didn't kill the round guy. However, that is on the agenda tonight. Okay. So we got the Yan, we got Mognet, we got the Ultima Weapon... Or no, we didn't get the Ultima Weapon. That's the next thing we gotta do, is get the Ultima Weapon. So... there is one... just one... dive spot with dead peppers that I haven't got yet. And we're gonna get it now. As soon as I find a beach, because it's the only way I can get into the water. Ah, here we are. I like how Choco can, like, climb up these mountains no problem, but can't just hop off here into the water. Anyways. Zidane's ultimate weapon is kind of obscure. In the final dungeon, you can find a very powerful weapon for Zidane called the Tower. That is not his ultimate weapon. His ultimate weapon, you kind of got to go here into the ruins of the Shimmering Isle. And then kind of sort of about the middle of it. This looks good. Feed Choco a dead pepper. Notice that there's no marking for this. Found a treasure on the bottom of the ocean, though. 10 Aquamarine, 1 Ultima Weapon, 1 Maximilian as well, and 1 Invincible card. So lots of good stuff there. And we're just going to go super speed again. And we're going to pop down here where the Invincible is. Because before going to try to fight the round guy, we are going to see about finishing up Queena's... Queena needs to catch more frogs, basically. Okay, but first... take all that off. And then we're going to change party members. Put Freya back in. We need to check Freya's equipment. Okay, you can't wear the Maximilian. Do I have anything better for you? No. Okay, you're good. Yep. Airship go burr. Airship is actually quite hard to control. Okay. Hopefully these frogs have grown up by now. I don't think Queena's going to max out the damage on Frog Drop, but we're going to try to get as close as we can, because honestly, we need it. Okay, we've got a good amount here. It's worth making a circuit around and seeing what we can catch. So I can catch a grand total of 1 male frog here. Because I want to leave that male and female there to breed if I need to catch more later. The gold frog is genderless, it just makes them grow up faster. So unfortunately that doesn't bode well for the other Q's marshes. But we're going to go check him anyways. And after this circuit, I can't stall anymore because I'm literally out of stuff to do before I want to go try to fight the round guy, as that sheep helpfully named. You know, I think we might just have to go fight the round guy. I think I might have fucked up. Because there's only 2 frogs here, and neither of them are old enough that we can even tell what gender they are. So, I don't think the frogs are going to pan out. We're going to have to hope that the amount of damage that Queena can do is enough. Okay. With that said, we've got to go get Choco again. Hi, Choco. And here we are going to use a tent. I'm going to rearrange my items briefly, and then we're going to drop a save file. So, item, arrange, manual, potion. I want to swap you out for dark matter. I want dark matter to be at the very, very tippy top of my list. Dark matter, if you remember me mentioning it before, has 2 effects. You can give it to Dagger as an accessory, and it'll teach her Odin. Or you can throw it at an enemy in battle. Oh, well, I just overwrote the friendly and file. Oh well. You can throw it at an enemy in battle, and it does max damage. So now it's time to go fight Ozma. Let's see, Chocobo's Lagoon. Where are you? Water Shrine. Lindblom Harbor, Lindblom, Pinnacle Rocks. Forest, Trano, South Gate, Ice Cavern. Evil Forest, Alexandria Harbor, Burmecia, Clara. Earth Shrine. Ah, there it is. Chocobo's Air Garden. Okay. Unfortunately, no autopilot, but we can zoom. As long as it doesn't move by the time we get here, because this asshole does move. Okay, no, it's still here. There it is. So we just got to get in the right spot. Beat him a dead pepper. All right. So let's talk about Ozma. Ozma is a motherfucker. Ozma will cast a bunch of really nasty spells, the nastiest of which is Meteor. He will also cast level 5 Death, Holy, I think level 4 Holy, Doomsday, a really nasty spell called Curse, just a bunch of really bad shit, right? And we really don't want to have to deal with any of that. Ozma's AI is interesting in that, first of all, it will never cast a spell that your entire party is immune to or will absorb. So I specifically have Quina set up to resist 75% of shadow damage and not absorb it. Because I want Ozma to cast Doomsday. I want Ozma to open the battle with Doomsday. And hopefully we're going to see Ozma die pretty quick. But we're going to... well, we'll have to see. So, we've seen this dialogue before when I got my ass beat. Ozma is an unknowable entity from another world. We are not going to be physically attacking, but I think Ozma, some of their attacks are physical, so we want to be in the back row. And we may as well top ourselves off with Ethers, even though it probably won't matter. Alright. Let's hope we see Doomsday, first of all. Hi, Ozma. Spiritual power, raise the attacking range, that's nice. Yes, Doomsday, okay. The reason we want to see Doomsday is because if we input commands when Ozma is not doing something, Ozma gets a free turn. Doomsday is long enough that we can input commands for everybody. And between auto potion and auto regen, it should be enough time for Quina to heal to full. So far, so good. Ozma's going to counter with Berserk. It's not going to hit. Yeah, it's not a great design, unfortunately. Going to counter with Berserk. It's not going to hit. Here's the Dark Matter. There's a free quad 9. Here's Frog Drop for a little bit more damage. Now we want... okay, what are we doing? Kiraga. And there's Curse. We don't like Curse. Curse is bad. That's what Curse does. Yeah, big oof. However, Ozma is countering with Kiraga on itself, which means that its hit points are getting kind of low. And there's Meteor, that's it. Okay. I'm going to try this a couple times. If I can get anything other than Curse on turn 2, then we might be okay. Turn 1 Doomsday is ideal. We want turn 2 literally anything that is not Curse. I don't really think I have to have these guys in the back row, but I feel better doing that. Curse is actually a physical attack. Okay, let's try it again. Flare Star, okay. That's not ideal. Flare Star is not ideal, but we survived it. It's not ideal because Doomsday actually affects the whole battle and will deal damage to Ozma. Because doing the friendly monster side quest means Ozma's now weak to Shadow, instead of absorbing it. Okay, give me something that's not curse, please. That's a counter. Curse. But we've got more people's... No, we didn't get more people surviving. Oh, but we got less Kiragas. We did it. Fuck you, Ball. Get out of here. Nobody likes you. You suck. Good enough. So, you might see that we got jack shit. Lot of experience, lot of AP. We got a pumice, which will be nice. You're very strong, Kupo! That's amazing, Kupo! I recorded how I feel right now on a card. I'll give you secret info, too. So we received Ozma's card and the key item strategy guide. One more bonus, Kupo! Yay! Congratulations! Everybody in the audience right now and everybody watching the VOD later. As long as I've owned this game, that is the first time I've ever defeated Ozma. I've beaten Hades. Haven't beaten Ozma. And we have recorded proof. You know, I like that. And that actually makes sense for why it does what it does. Yeah, we have seen a first. Recorded for posterity for, well, until Twitch takes the VOD down, because I've been forgetting to put things on YouTube. Oh man, my heart is racing after that. Okay. So now we get to do a little bit of bookkeeping here. Because you gotta go back to the front, you gotta go back to the front, you gotta go back to the front. We want to get... As much as I like Vivi, Vivi is not going to be in our final party. Vivi is a good boy, but he's not going to be in our final party. We want someone who is more of a dedicated healer. We want Dagger. And we also need to change some equipment around. So for Zidane, the Orihauken, we're going to swap out for the Ultima weapon. The rest of his gear can stay the same because we want his speed to be as high as possible for thievery. So for you, we are going to swap out this for the Protect Ring. For you, we want... Let's see here. Probably... Yeah, the Bracer is good. And the Demon's Vest, we're going to give you the Robe of Lords. Protect Ring is fine. I guess we'll give you... Oh yeah, look at that magic defense difference. Yeah, screw that 1 point of speed. We're giving you the Golden Skull Cap. And Dagger... She needs a Holy Miter. She needs a... probably a Dragon Wrist. She also gets a Robe of Lords, and we're going to give her that Pumice. because that teaches her a summon that we have not seen. Okay, next is abilities. We don't really need auto regen. We don't really need auto potion or clear-headed. We're not going to be doing too much more stealing. There's not really much left to steal, so let's see what else we can get going on here. Bright Eyes, Jelly, Locomotion, Clear-Headed. We'll give you those for sure. And Insomniac. And then let's give you Distract and Accuracy Plus. Now, Freya. Okay. What do you get, Freya? Yeah, we'll give you Distract. Actually, I just realized something. I need to change something real quick. Because I don't want Insomniac, I want Body Temperature. Trust me on this. Body Temperature is better. Don't need Millionaire anymore. Locomotion, Loudmouth, Jelly, Body Temp. Yeah, MP plus 10%, why not? And Auto Potion, why not? Let's see. Reflect Null, yes. Don't need ability up. We need Body Temperature, we don't need that. We need Loudmouth. Let's see. We'll do Jelly and Clear-Headed. Actually, no. We're going to do Locomotion and Clear-Headed. Because I think I have enough softs if she gets turned to stone. Okay. So with all that preparation, we are ready to not go to Memoria. If you follow this game for as long as I have, you probably know about the side quest that was hidden for about 13 years. At least in the US. We are going to do that side quest. And I'm very sorry. I'm going to tell you what the side quest entails, and you're going to hate me for it. The side quest involves the Nero family that works with the Tantalus bandit troop. I already hate you for it, yeah. So, there's a lot of people in this family, and we haven't met all of them yet. And here's how the side quest works. We do something. We make progress through the final dungeon. We then leave the final dungeon, come back to Lindblom, go to the theater district, go to the Tantalus hideout, and meet another member of the family. We have to do this about 10 times. Here's the first scene. They're gone. Where'd they go? Where's Cinna and Marcus? Let's go look. Yeah. You will be happy to know that I have written down here the absolute quickest way to do this. We are going to do the first 10 or so, depending on how many exactly we need. First, the quickest number of events. And then we will be ignoring it and finishing the game. So at least there's that. Okay. With that said, it's actually time to get into Memoria. And despite me killing the pacing with this side quest, there's some cool shit that's going to happen. So if you remember last time, Kuja destroyed Terra, which was somehow inside of Gaia slash superimposed in an alternate dimension. It's not very clear. And then he opened this thing up above the Aoife tree. And we don't know what this is, but we know that he's doing bad shit, so let's find out. They're coming. Hmm? All ships, clear a path for the Invincible. Can't let you guys steal the show by yourselves. Huh. Uncle Sid. Why? How did he know to show up here? Probably because of Baku. He loves big showdowns. Now let's lose those dragons. Oof. General Beatrix, our ship is going to burst! Do not fret. Your captain is about to enter Valhalla. You are a Pluto Knight. Now act like one! We all know you came along because you were worried sick about Captain Steiner. Did you say something? Red Rose. Could it be Beatrix? Quite a woman you fell in love with. You're one to talk. Wait a minute, Steiner, what did you mean by that? Alright, let's bust through. Alright. They got rid of most of the dragons, but there's one left. The Nova Dragon. Psychokinesis? Okay, that's fine. Let's take a look at this arc. I was gonna go more for Gundam, but again, I guess it does transform. I also want to point out that this is sped up. All that for 8,000 damage. And Zidane pops open a treasure chest and does 10,000. It's cool, though. That hurt a little bit. This thing has a lot of hit points. This thing has more hit points than Ozma, I think. It's not nearly as much as a motherfucker as Ozma is, but it's got more hit points than Ozma. I'm gonna send Freya off into the stratosphere for a little bit. Alright, it's done. Okay, so now we're actually in the final dungeon. Are you sure this'll work, Queena? Is no problem. I warp in from outside before. I guess this is the only exit anyway. We find same magic field outside when we come back. I warp in when I step into magic field outside. Alright. I guess it's no use worrying. What is this place? Huh? What's wrong, Zidane? Did somebody just call my name? No. That's weird. Maybe you're just hearing things. I don't think so. You hear that? I hear nothing. Zidane, can you hear me? Garland? I am speaking only to you. Garland, what is this place? Memoria, a place of memories. Memories? Yes, your memories brought this place forth. Here, you shall witness the entire truth. You have no choice. Now, go. What are you talking about? Damn. Zidane, what's going on? You all heard me talking, right? Looks like I was the only one who heard him. I was just talking to Garland. He told me that our memories created this place. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I guess we'll just have to move forward. Yep, this is the team we want. This is our A team. Also, I'm going to immediately kill the pacing of this dungeon because the first event that we have to leave for and go back to Lindblum is defeating that Nova Dragon. So we're going to return to the Invincible. I am so sorry, guys. Actually, no, I'm not. I could have chosen to not put you through this, but I'm doing it. I'll make it a little less painful by going fast. You could have, and here we are anyway. Hey, if I have to suffer, you have to suffer too. Don't worry, I'm sure it won't take as long as all that. If it gets really bad, I have fast forward on L3 and turn off random encounters on R3. Zanero and Banero aren't here. Better go look. Okay, that's what we came to see. Now it's time to go back to Memoria. You know, I think I understand why this quest remained buried for so long, because how the fuck are you ever supposed to find this without a goddamn strategy guide? Like, Mognet was esoteric, but you had some direction. You know, if you did the other letters, you knew. How the fuck did they find us? Well, that's the thing. In the Japanese strategy guide of the game, this quest was in there. It was well documented in the Japanese version of the guide. They neglected to translate it to the English version of the guide. And therefore, until someone went and retranslated the original Japanese version, but nobody knew about it in America for 13 years. In Japan, it wasn't even a thing. It was right there in black and white. Was one guy just visiting the hideout for fun? I don't know. I think in Japan, they may have actually got it from Squaresoft. Okay. So, Memoria. There are no Moogles in Memoria. We now have these things. These things here act as save points. They act as using tents. You can change your party members here. And if you are any further in the dungeon, you can warp back to this one. I think you can actually warp back to anyone that... you can't warp forward, you can only warp backwards, but you can warp backwards to anyone you've been to. I think is how it works. Anyways, Memoria, it's a final dungeon. It's kind of shitty, as you might imagine. We get back attacked immediately. Luckily, these guys just decide to try to cast a spell, and it goes very poorly for them. Oh, shit. Maybe I should put antibody on. Between Zidane and Freya, damage is going to be okay. Quina can help. But yeah, okay. So I need to use an antidote. There we go. God damn it, what are my menus doing? It's a good thing I'm not trying to speedrun this, holy shit. Okay, we need to change our abilities really quick. I didn't remember that they had that. We need antibody on everybody. There we go, that's better. The reason I put on body temperature, by the way, is because those chimeras are assholes. If you counter them, I mean, if you attack them, they will counter. They will counter twice. First by freezing you, and then by attacking you. Okay, anyways, Memoria has a lot of these things. Little exclamation marks where if you hit them, Zidane just looks around like, what the heck? If you come here and hit the square button, these are ghosts that you can play cards with. If we cared about collecting cards, that would be nice. We don't. Oh, hello, Baphomet. Oh, you asshole, you can get through my reflect? Okay, we're not fucking around with these enemies anymore. Bet the religious groups just love this. Fortunately, I think they had mostly died down by the time this game came out. I want to say... Okay, no. Those guys, they don't show up in, They don't show up in, Ibsen's castle, but you learn Doom from them, and there's someone you can learn Doom from in Ibsen's castle. Where is it? I know you get the tower somewhere around here, and I wanted to show it off. Oh, it's the Iron Giant! Ouch. I guess it's the Iron Man in this game. Big boy. He also looks like a Gundam, now that I think about it. He looks like a Zaku. Oh, he reflected it off of himself? Okay, that makes sense. Good on the game for actually having that strategy in place. Okay. I think... was it here? There we go. There's the tower. If you didn't know where Ultima Weapon is, that would be the best weapon that Zidane could get. For the record, I love the look of this dungeon, but trying to figure out why it exists takes a little bit more mental gymnastics. Also, here's a boss. We meet again. I am one of the Chaos Guardians. Kneel before my power. This one is translated as, I think it's, what is it, Malaris? Yeah, Malaris. Which I don't know why, because, like, it's been Marilith since Final Fantasy 1. So, like, this shouldn't have been a new thing. $5,000, must have some high magic defense. I guess I'm just gonna have Garnet on healing duty. Ouch. Translated as carry in Epic 1. Right. When did they start translating it as Marilith? I know it was pretty early on. And that's it. It's over. Take this. One final attack. It hurts, but it's not enough to really kill you. Four Fiends territory? No. It wasn't four because the four Fiends in that game were different. The Fire Fiend was Rubicante. Okay. Anyways, defeating Malaris is the next step in the Nero family quest. So, in order to save you some pain, I've kicked on fast forward and no random battles, so we can get back pretty quick. just imagine this is like a Monty Python sketch or something. Or like something from the Benny Hill show. Zanero and Bonero and Gennaro aren't here. I better go look. I hope you're ready for a lot of this, by the way. I would actually play the Benny Hill theme, but I'm pretty sure that would get me DMCA'd. Gotta go fast. Trust in me, set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through, prove it to you. Follow me. Alright, and we're back. Cheats off, let's go. And if you want to know why I left right then, it's because, guess what? This is the next event. Isn't this Alexandria? What is Alexandria Castle doing here? What? What you talk about? I not see anything. Well, of course you can't see anything. You weren't with us at the time, so it's not in your memory. In his bid to defy me, Kuja tried to acquire Alexander. An incident 10 years ago started everything. All right. Now, somewhere in here is the Angel Flute, Aiko's best weapon. Over here, we can save, tent, select party members. I think there's supposed to be a model there, but there's not. Anyways, Alexander flashback. Time to leave. I don't know enough Sonic the Hedgehog songs to sing anymore. I'm sorry. I just want you to know I woke up today and chose to do this. I chose this. You will sing them in your heart? Everybody should sing their favorite Go Fast song in their heart. Most of mine are from F-Zero and therefore don't have lyrics. Zanero and Bonero and Gennaro and Dinero aren't here. I better go look. The tippy-tappy of his feet. Speed up mode in this game is done very well because it doesn't affect the music, which would get annoying, but it affects all the sound effects, which is hilarious. Hey, Komorin, thank you for showing up. And yeah, thank you very much for the good luck. I think I'm pretty well set, but we're doing all sorts of weird shit in the meantime. I'm doing the ridiculously hidden side quest that involves entering and exiting this dungeon so many goddamn times. Okay, and we're back. You did it too? Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm just going to point this out here. I'm not entirely sure where the next trigger is. I have it written down as Zidane talks to himself. Storm. That must be it, because the one right after this is the flashback of Dagger on the boat. I'm so sorry. You want to know what's actually really funny? And I'm choosing to not put you guys through this. There's actually enough triggers in this dungeon to do the entire quest twice. And you get all the cutscenes of talking with the Nero family twice. But you only get the reward once. Look a little, trying to fix my PC in a little bit. I hope everything goes okay with your PC. If I'm not great with them, but if you need any advice, like, feel free to hit me up. I might be able to help. If nothing else, I could Google stuff for you. Zanero and Bonero and Gennaro and Dinero and Panero aren't here. Heart, because I'm a girl. I better go look. Heart, because I'm a girl. This is so fucking goofy with the speed up. I don't think I could stomach it without it, honestly. The RAM ended up failing, and also I think it's a power supply issue, so it's a bit of BIOS back and forth. No worries. Good luck with that. That does sound like it could be a power supply issue. I had something like that happen with my previous computer. The power supply failed, and I had to get a new one installed. It kept trucking for a little bit after that, though. So if that is what the issue is, hopefully it keeps going for you. Noom. Okay, we're back. That's another card ghost. It's another Iron Giant. Ouch. Panera and Zanera and Tequila and Babita and... I think there actually is one named Panera. Yeah, you know what? I think you're right. That would actually make a lot of sense as to why they changed it to Iron Man. Okay. Hey, what are you doing? You shouldn't go anywhere, there's a storm! Watch out, you're gonna get washed away! Dagger, I just saw a little girl on a ship and... Huh? I guess it was my imagination. Yeah, it had to be. What I just saw definitely isn't one of my memories. What's going on? That was my memory. Why was Zidane able to see it? Zidane. Yeah? What's up? You didn't imagine anything. Wait, you saw it too? That means that little girl was you. But why was I able to see something from your memory? I don't know. Hey, Garland, what's going on? Garland, can you hear me? I feared Gaia's Eidolons more than anything. However, I decided to deal with them before they became a major problem. Okay. Time to go back. While I'm doing this, I'm going to give you a little bit of conjecture about things. First of all is on the nature of Eidolons, because they're a big part of the story here. Garland feared them, the Summoner tribe was blown up because of that, so on and so forth. Eidolons, I believe in the lore of this game, are spirits conjured by the planet to defend itself. Very much a Final Fantasy VII kind of concept there. The interesting thing about that is that the Ark, which we are summoning with the dagger, well, you can see during its long summon animation that it comes from a red planet. And Gaia is canonically a blue planet. The Ark is actually an Eidolon from Terra. And as a matter of fact, it is the only Eidolon from Terra that you see during the game, as far as anybody knows. I suppose it's possible that the Aoife tree could be a Terran Eidolon, but it's never confirmed. Also, Zanero and Bonero and Gennaro and Dinero and Panero and Bonera aren't here. Heart, because I'm a girl. I'd better go look. Heart, because I'm a girl. Okay. That said, this next part is pure speculation. But some people are thinking this might be why Zidane was able to see the memory of Garnet and her mother on the boat. We know that the Invincible destroyed Madain Sari, and that was when they fled. They saw the Invincible in the sky, they fled, her mother died, they drifted to Alexandria. We also know that Zidane was created by Garland and existed at the same time as he and Cujo were doing their bullshit. It is entirely possible that Zidane was on the Invincible during the burning of Madain Sari. And if that is true, that explains why he can see that memory. That is never confirmed anywhere, but it makes a lot of sense. The time frame fits pretty well, because if it was before Kuja dropped him off on Gaia somewhere, he probably would have been too young to actually do anything about it, but he would have been there, he would have remembered. And then Kuja threw him off the Invincible, he was picked up by Tantalus and Lindblom, and the game goes from there. What is that thing? That eye. It's the same eye I saw on the night of the storm at sea. Zidane, can you hear me? Zidane, what you just saw was from your memory, and not Garnet's. What? I don't remember ever being in a storm at sea. You still don't understand. You will find out soon enough. What do you mean? Can other people's memories become a part of my own? Garland? Once you accept everything, the answer will appear before you. A tremendous force was summoned to Gaia during the Age of War. However, the Gaians were not ready to harness so great a power. They were terrified and broke the jewel into 4 pieces, and they prayed never to see it again. That dialogue right there actually kind of contradicts what I was saying about Zidane. I actually prefer my theory. Anyways, just lying over here in the corner is Amaranth's best weapon. And that's all well and good, but you guessed it, the giant eyeball cutscene, that's the next trigger. I want to point out, we haven't even gotten to, like, the point where we can warp back to the beginning yet. So, thank God for speed up. You know what? I was thinking about maybe just jamming people in here in whatever order, but it doesn't ask me to configure my party when I come back, so I actually want to be ready to go. At least I'm getting pretty decent at running there quickly. Come on. Zanero and Bonero and Gennaro and Dinero and Panero and Bonera and Zanera aren't here. Heart, because I'm a girl. I'd better go look. Heart, because I'm a girl. I'll tell you what, if I manage to make it through all of these assholes' names without flubbing them, I'm going to reward myself by going and getting a snack. Heart because I'm a girl is the new catchphrase for Gage. Oh no. Oh no, people are already confused enough about my gender. I don't need that. At least we get to continue to appreciate, fuck 'em, confuse everything. Fair enough. Okay. Here we are. All right. So you have defeated Malaris. For Tiamat there is only victory. Gage is Gage. Gage is a people. That's the important thing. Gage is a people. Like some sort of biblical reference. I am. Well, Tiamat's actually taking a little bit more punishment. I don't remember these guys being that durable. In case you're wondering why I'm not stealing, none of these guys have anything worth taking. Okay, so that was Tiamat. Time to go back. Oh god, that background. Jesus. Ah. Photosensitive epilepsy warning. I'm sorry. And I mean that. I'm very sorry. Come on. Let's go. Zanero and Bonero and Gennaro and Dinero and Panero and Bonera and Zanera and Gennara aren't here. Heart because I'm a girl. I'd better go look. Heart because I'm a girl. All right, let's go. Haven't flubbed the name yet. I still don't know what kind of absolute madman actually made this quest. This person either went on to great things or was immediately fired from Square. And I'm not sure which. Actually knowing where this game was made, it's probably the latter, unfortunately. Some bored intern. So he hit something somewhere he knew no one would check his work. Okay. Alright. So this is where we fought Tiamat. Okay, good. We actually have a couple screens to go. There's another card ghost. What is this? Two moons colliding. No, they look more like planets. Why does this look so familiar? That is a picture of Gaia being assimilated by Terra. 5,000 years ago, Terra, already an old planet, sought to assimilate Gaia. Terra needed to merge with a younger planet to survive. However, there was already life on Gaia. And so the story began. Oh yeah, I saw this in Oilvert. Life on Terra was coming to an end. We had no choice but to proceed with the fusion, which tragically destroyed Terra's native civilizations. Terra was too old to assimilate everything. Thus, I created the Eva tree to regulate the flow of souls back to Terra. And that cutscene means we get to go back. Come on, go, go. Come on, go. We're on a tight timetable here, Zidane. Let's go. I didn't pump your speed this entire game for nothing. If it makes you feel any better, we are nearing the end. Either this is the last trip out, or the next one is. I'm not sure which. It's one of the two. Zanero and Bonero and Gennaro and Dinero and Panero and Bonera and Zanera and Gennara and Dinera aren't here, heart because I'm a girl. I'd better go look, heart because I'm a girl. That is one huge family. Man, I feel dizzy. Okay, that line from Zidane means that the quest is done. And over here is our reward, a protect ring. And the reason you're all going to hate me is because that's my third. I absolutely did not need to do this, but here we are. Okay. If it makes you feel any better, we are done. We are now going to be in Memoria for the remainder of this video. We're going to finish this. All right. All right, we're going to use a tent. I'm going to save. And I'm going to leave it on fast forward until we get back to where we were. And then we will be playing the rest of the dungeon. There we go. Here we go. Sorry about the epilepsy. Okay, we're back at the Power Man 5000 song. I'm betting half my chat is too young to get that reference. You don't even get that reference? You... Okay, I'm surprised. You're telling me that you have not heard When Worlds Collide by Power Man 5000? Like, it's a decent song if you like mid-90s... I don't even know what genre. Techno-metal type? Industrial? It's a decent song, but yeah. I've explained the joke and therefore ruined it. Okay, we don't have to leave anymore. Oh, look. Contemporary music is not my fare. Remember from WoW PvP videos? Yeah, I feel like that's where a lot of people remember it from. Also, hi Sophie, thank you for tuning in. You just missed me running around like an idiot doing a side quest, so we're actually at the point where we're in the dungeon for the remainder of the video. Wow, we in ocean now. Fish everywhere. Yum yum. What are you doing? Swimming after fish. Zidane, you help catch fish too. Hi, Sophie. But this... hard to breathe now. Oh, I can't breathe! That's because you think we're inside an ocean. I can breathe fine. We not in ocean? Oh, you're right. I breathe okay now. Fish all gone. I sad. Quina is so good. Okay. So, on this screen, there's a thing. Who dare disturbs my sleep? Leave at once or you will die. No. Prepare to die. Say hello to the original final boss of the game that got cut and reused. What? You defeated Ozma? I'm too far to retreat. Onward! Yes, this was originally going to be the final boss of the game, but got cut in favor of, well, the guy they replaced him with that we'll be seeing later. Also, this guy, considerably easier than Ozma. There's a pretty good chance I'm going to beat him before he finishes powering his sword. Oh, Queen of Smash, you were... Queen of Smash. Queen of dropped frog on dead god. Puny god. And he's done. Goodbye, Hades. You were underwhelming. I commend you for overcoming me. I shall reward you for your impressive feat. Bring 2 pumice pieces here, and I will synthesize them for you. The end product is something only I can create. He also makes a bunch of other neat stuff. Robe of Lords, tin armor. I could make more protect rings if I really wanted to. Pumice, all the gems, pumice piece. Save the Queen. Javelin and silver gloves. This is why you keep those silver gloves from way back on disc 1. We're getting it. As a matter of fact, we're getting 2. If I wanted to, I could also make the tin armor using the hammer and ore. It's ridiculously protective armor for Steiner, but having the hammer in your inventory gives you an extra cutscene during the end, and we're not using Steiner, so we don't need it. Anyways, yeah, that was Hades. That was the second of arguably 3 super bosses in the game. The last one is the friendly Yan, and that ship has sailed. I don't think I can go fight him now if I even wanted to. But yes, theoretically, if I edited Beatrix back into my party, she could be dual-wielding Save the Queens right now. So, Gaia used to be just one big ocean. How do you know? I don't know. For some reason, it's in my memory. I wasn't even born at the time. It doesn't make any sense. And I was born on Terra, not Gaia, so how can it be in my memory? It's in my memory too. Gaia used to be covered with water. I'm getting a similar feeling as well. Maybe that means all existence can be traced back to a single source. I don't understand. Okay, so a little bit more lore conjecture. Memoria, I think, is actually your characters walking backwards through time, following Kuja backwards through time. And that's revealed later. That's what Kuja's doing here. We are traveling back in time as we go through this. I think that the dungeon itself is just a representation of our journey, and it's being drawn from our memories and, like, the collective unconscious. Or genetic memory, if you'd rather. Hi, Kraken. I always thought that red gem up there was your lips, and I always thought you looked like an idiot. Also, you cast Water Gu. I reflect it. It heals you, but I do not care. Better Kraken design than the original. Yeah, the design itself looks good. And seeing it in HD, it's very apparent that that gem is just that, a gem. But as a kid, I always thought that that was his lips. But then again, at the same time, as a kid, I always thought that Aghanim in The Legend of Zelda had a really dopey face and wasn't just, standard wizard with a dark void for a face. Yeah, basically, I was a dumb kid. This guy's really non-threatening. He's not even healing himself up, you know, that much after each attack. You're done. Okay. They don't even say anything, they just move on. Now we're getting into full-on time fuckery. Invisible save point. I may as well use a tent here as well. No reason to not be at full health. I've only got 80 of the fuckers. Alright. I think that's progress. What the heck's the other way here? Maybe the mod accidentally made it not visible? I suppose that is possible, actually. Oh, it's a card ghost. Okay. That looked like a staircase. Now it's original? Really? I remember them being a lot more. Oh, hi, Behemoth. I was wondering when you were going to show up. Never caught this far from me. You got close to the end and didn't beat it? Oh. Like a weirdo. I did that with everyone when I was a kid. You know, no, that's not that weird. There's plenty of games that I've owned and have played thoroughly and never actually beaten. I want to say Dark Cloud 2 is one of them. Great game. I just never actually finished it. Well, if you've never finished this game, I hope you stay around to watch the ending. Because it gets really weird and then it gets really good. Jeez. That's one big fireball. Could it be a moon? This is the birth of Gaia. That's Gaia? Over 5,000 years ago. What's above that ladder? See for yourself. Terra reached the peak of its prosperity at this time. The people believed that their future was secure. Ultimately, that very hubris led to Terra's demise. Thus, I was created to deal with our plights. The Mace of Zeus, Vivi's best weapon, and you know that Doomsday spell that Ozma used? Well, Vivi can learn it from this thing. Card Ghost over here. Hello, Lich. The Earth... going too fast for me to actually read the damn thing. Yeah, Venom Powder. We'll see how that goes for you, buddy. The Mace of Zeus sounds like something a lot of Greek women needed. I don't know. Does Mace work on swans? Because apparently Zeus spent a lot of time boning people as a swan. Oh, that tickled. I mean, I'm sure the swan wouldn't like it, but I honestly don't know if swans' eyes are as sensitive as ours. I hope you like seeing these 3 attacks, by the way, because this is how we're gonna beat the game. Rejoice, mortal, for I have declared that we shall bang. If bears can get maced, I'm sure swans can too. Oh no. Hey, she learned Arc. That means I can take that off and give her something that actually gives her stats. Like maybe one of these protect rings. That was perfect timing. Okay, shove a bunch of items down everybody's throat. Oh, okay, I guess I could have just used a tent over here. I didn't realize there was one of these. Thank you for the stretch, Redeem. I don't know if you can hear my spine crunching, but it's crunching. I really hope that that isn't, like... I know some people that can actually be kind of triggering for, and I don't mean it that way, so I hope that's alright. Now... Okay. I was looking to see if there was a marker in that room. If you make it to that room within 12 hours after starting a new game, you get Steiner's actual best weapon, the Excalibur II. It's actually stronger than Zidane's Ultima weapon. But we've been playing this game for about, I'm going to say about 50-odd hours, so that ship has way sailed. Anyways. There's nothing. Is this it? Is there nothing else? This is space. Space. Your journey is not over. Do not fear. Step forward, and you will be closer to the truth. Go, Zidane. That's easy for you to say. Yeah, it's a gift for speedrunners. You literally have to, like, run from every battle, skip every cutscene, and power mash through all the dialogue to be able to make it there in time. Apparently, you could also wait until the in-game timer maxed out, and then it would roll over and you could get it, but doing that literally takes over a year. So you'd have to leave your PlayStation on for over a year in order to do that. You have entered a new realm. There are no more worlds. There is no more space. Follow your memory, your original memory, and march forth. Garland, what exactly is our memory? Why can I remember other people's experiences and events that happened before my time? Garland, please, tell me. Do not limit memory to just one individual's experiences from birth. That is only the surface. Every life born into this world, whether natural or artificial, requires a parent. And that parent also requires a parent. Life is connected, one to another. If you trace the root of all life, there exists one source. The same can be said for memory. All life constitutes an intelligence that holds memory beyond experience. Memory is not isolated within individuals. It is an accumulation of generations of memories, that continues to evolve. You can say that memory and evolution go hand in hand. But most life forms do not understand the true nature of memories, which explains why most memories never cross paths. So, what am I going to find by tracing back our roots? A presence that presides over all life and memories. The crystal. Crystal. You are on your own now. Zidane, take care of Kuja. And protect the crystal. Farewell. Garland, wait! Garland! Even if I were created to serve one purpose alone, I do not regret being born into this world. And welcome to the end, the Crystal Realm. Is this the crystal that Garland was talking about? It's time for us to find out the truth. It's time for us to find out if there's a save point near here. Oh! Nope, that's outer space. At least it's easy to get back. Okay. So the enemies in here suck. They really suck. The 4 fiends that we fought as bosses throughout Memoria, those are random encounters in here. Here's one of them now. Hi, Crystal Tiamat. Good fucking bye, Crystal Tiamat. We're not fucking with these guys. It's not worth it. At this point, we don't need anything that they have. It is not worth fighting. Yes. Non-Euclidean geometry as well. Just walked in to see the sad look on your face. Hi, Crystal Lich. Fuck off. Uh-oh. Okay, good, we're safe. Zidane gained a couple of levels. I was worried that he might be 65. It's gonna be okay. I have something for you, Gage. Oh! I love crystals so much. This place is making my crystal collecting heart swoon. I am glad. Okay, apparently it's once you get to this point, you can teleport back out. You have something for me, Komoran. I am excited. I am super excited. And yes, it being Final Fantasy, it is all crystals all the way down. You see it a tiny bit? Aww. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. This is it. There is no further. Kuja! Nice of you to come. I'm surprised you beat the 4 chaoses that I created from the crystal's memory. But you're too late. Take a good look. Isn't it beautiful? It's the original crystal. This is where it all began. The birthplace of all things. Once I destroy it, everything will be gone. Gaia, Terra, the universe, everything. Your lives and memories too, of course. Shut up! The only thing that's going to be gone is you. I'll take you out right now. You honestly think you can beat me? Even if you do, Gaia's already doomed. Its assimilation by Terra has begun, and the Aoife tree will incite a cataclysmic destruction of Gaia. It's all over for you and your friends. See? I win either way. Yeah, I figured Trance Kuja should have a rougher voice. It doesn't matter. Even if Gaia is assimilated, the planet will remain, and we'll start over to make a new home. Kuja, you are nothing but a coward. If you're gonna die, leave us out of it. Why should the world exist without me? That wouldn't be fair. If I die, we all die. Zidane, you will be my first sacrifice. Yes. At this point, Kuja's policy is literally mutually assured destruction. And I will get into that during the end credits. Hi, Death Guys. That's Meteor. This is gonna hurt. Oh. Damn. Okay. Okay, let's see. I want you to Phoenix down Freya. I want you to Dine Grand Lethal. I want you to White Magic Kuraga. Everybody, please. Whew. I was kind of hoping he didn't want to open the battle with that. Yes. Very literally what Kuja's whole thing is. If I can't have it, no one can. Everybody getting trance in this battle. It would be nice to have this in the next one. Except for you, Queena. Your trance is kind of useless. You can go ahead and just go ham, I guess. How did they beat Death Guys? Do you really think you can beat me? I don't know why that battle gives us Gil. I honestly don't. Have some elixirs, everybody. I adore Queena, but it sucks that their trance is so bad. You know, I actually looked it up, and apparently just being in trance gives everybody an attack multiplier. Normally it's like 30% more. The exception is Steiner, who gets 3 times as much as normal and nothing else. Anyways, that's it. I can't believe you beat Death Guys. Well, my time is almost up. Time to die, everyone. It's still bad, because if you're having Queena do regular attacks, you're not having Queena use Frog Drop. Yeah, nice reflect. That's not going to do you any good. Also, fucking jamming music, by the way. Okay, you reflected that off of yourself. Who's it gonna hit? That wasn't too bad. Flare Star, this is gonna hurt. Where's my White Wind? I found out Flare Star is actually based on your level, which means that theoretically, if you're at full health, you can always survive Flare Star. It will never kill you. Even if you're level 1. The only reason it was kicking my ass so much in that one battle was because I wasn't at full health. This is probably going to kill a couple people, unfortunately. That's going to probably kill, like, a lot of people. Holy shit. Okay. We're on damage control now. I might have to try this one again. Where's my Mighty Guard? I may have saved it. We're going to have to see. I may have saved it. Mighty Guard is going to help us out. And then I think we're going to get the Phoenix down and the Curaga off real quick here. There's the Phoenix down. There's the Curaga. Okay. And here's Flare Star again, which means we're going to Curaga again. Immediately. Freya's Trance. Okay. Curaga, that's fine. If Kuja's Curaga-ing himself, that means he must be pretty low on health. So I'm okay with this. Our damage output is quite frankly absurd anyways. Yes, some very good balance. Despite putting out this much damage, this is not a cakewalk. Oh. No. Ha! Queen, I got the kill! I'm gonna die anyway. I won't have to be afraid anymore, but I'm not gonna die alone. You're all coming with me. Go Magic Gourmand. And you were shit-talking blue mages, Theo. I can't believe you. Okay. Before I go any further, this is going to require some explanation. Specifically for Pixelated. This boss has received a lot of criticism for coming out of the middle of nowhere, making zero sense, and then disappearing without doing anything. And those are all very valid. However, if you'll let me put on my tinfoil hat here and write Squaresoft's lore for them, I will explain what I think this boss is. So the crystal that we just saw there is canonically the origin of all life. The origin of all life in the universe, of all existence. Necron, who we're going to be seeing here shortly, I believe, is the origin of all death in the universe. And the two of those have probably coexisted forever. And Necron probably just did his job, you know, killing people when their time came, keeping the cycle of souls flowing, keeping planets healthy, keeping everything in balance. When Kuja decided that he hated his existence so much that he wanted to go back in time and stop everything from ever existing, Necron basically looked at him and said, "Are you sure, my dude?" Well, okay, I guess. If life is so much suffering, then let's not do life then. And I think that that actually could have been an interesting take on it as kind of a semi-benevolent death god. But the fact that we get absolutely no lore on him at all until literally this point of the game really makes it come out of the middle of nowhere. They could have at least talked about Necron during Memoria, and it would have made more sense. That said, the visual design's pretty cool, so we're going to go ahead and get to that. Ugh. What happened to the crystal? Where is this? You stand before the final dimension. I am the darkness of eternity. Who are you? All life bears death from birth. Life fears death, but lives only to die. It starts with anxiety. Anxiety becomes fear. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Suffering leads to Star Wars references. The only cure for this fear is total destruction. Kuja was a victim of his own fear. He concluded he could only save himself by destroying the origin of all things, the crystal. What the heck are you talking about? Why are you telling me all this? Now, the theory is undeniable. Kuja's action proves it. All things live to perish. At last, life has uncovered this truth. Now, it is time to end this world. What do you mean by that? I exist for one purpose. To return everything back to the Zero World, where there is no life and no crystal to give life. In a world of nothing, fear does not exist. This is the world that all life desires. Who the hell do you think you are? You're not ending anything. Never. Not as long as we have the will to live. Foolish creature. Your fears have already deluded you. One day, you will choose destruction over existence, as Kuja did. When he sought to destroy the crystal, the purpose of life ended. Now come, enter the Zero World that you desire. No! We'll destroy you and prove you wrong. And through our memories, future generations can see that we can overcome any fear. We can't give up now. Hi, Cirrus! We have to fight together. Even if we lose, it doesn't matter. Our memories will live on inside others. So even if we are born to die, I'm not afraid. I'm gonna live. This is as ready as we're gonna be. I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. Good luck. Don't be that way, Vivi. Don't screw up. Though I am unworthy, accept my powers. Promise me you'll win. Alright. If we wanted to change anything, now is the time. I don't think there's anything I can change. I don't think he counts as undead, but I'm going to put it on there anyways. Alright, we're as ready as we're going to be. Let's do this. We've come too far to lose now. Let's just wrap this up and go home. All of us. Opening the battle with Meteor, you scumbag. Before I could get Mighty Guard off, even. Yep, Mission 1, save the kitty. Mission 100, stab God in the face. Seems legit. Yeah, you go ahead and cast Protect. That's not gonna do you much good, buddy. This is gonna hurt. It's not quite Supernova, but it may as well be. No! That's not good. That's not good at all. This may require an alternate setup. I mean, where's my White Wind? Got my remedies. Yeah, this guy is not easy at any level. He is brutal. Okay, yeah, you can Curaga yourself. I'll deal with that. Alright, Freya's back. Freya's still berserked. She's just gonna be attacking now. But it's okay. Why defy your fate? Is the will to live that powerful? Okay, people, saddle up for probably the best ending sequence in any video game ever. But remember, no crying till the end. Are you alright? Yeah, but look at what's happening. So what Kuja said was true. The Aoife tree is beginning its violent reaction. What's gonna happen? I don't know, but it doesn't look good. I doubt anyone could have survived that explosion. No! Captain! They are still alive. What? Where are they? Over there. The Hildegard is probably closer. You, the tall one. Sir, Hagen, Pluto Knight 8, ma'am. I didn't ask for your name. Contact the Hildegard right away. Yes, sir, ma'am, sir. Please be alive. Sire, we're receiving a transmission from the Red Rose. Punch it up on the main line. This is the Red Rose. You're not General Beatrix. Who are you? Oh, no, it's not. It's Makoto. My name is Makoto. Everyone is alive. You are very close to them. What? How do you know? I can hear him. Who? Prepare to land. Immediately. That's the Hildegard 3. Looks like Sid came to rescue us. Sid! Thank heavens you're all safe. Come quickly. We don't have much time. Farewell, Zidane. Ah, damn it. What's wrong? Why don't you go on ahead? I'll catch up with you all later. I have to take care of something. What? He's still alive. He can't be. Zidane, what are you doing? Steiner, take care of Dagger. What? What do you mean by that? Kuja's still alive. I can't just leave him. This is ludicrous. Just because you two are from the same planet doesn't mean... No, that's not the reason. Come on, Zidane! Why are you doing this? Because I might have done the same thing if I were in his shoes. I probably would have fought against you guys and wreaked havoc in Gaia just like he did. I know it sounds crazy. But I know deep down inside I have to do this. You not crazy, Zidane. But you go help Kuja, not good idea. It's too dangerous. I can't just leave him. There's no way I could live with myself. I'm going. You're making a big mistake. Maybe. But we all have to make big decisions in life sometimes. For me, now's that time. I have to face up to it, just like Vivi did when he confronted his fears to find out about himself. That was a big decision for Vivi. I don't know about that. I don't think it was a really big deal. That's what you think. But I might not be doing this if it weren't for you. You've definitely taught me to take life more seriously. Well, you're obviously not going to change your mind, so I'm coming with you. The principle of knighthood requires that one assist his comrade in times of need. I shall accompany you as well. Whoa, wait a minute. Like I said, it's my moment, so don't butt in. You guys will have your own someday. Besides, you guys have more important things to worry about, like Bermesia and Alexandria. For once in your life, why can't you be honest? Sorry, but I can't just walk away. It goes against my nature. You're a real simpleton. Forget it, guys. There's no stopping this fool. What are you still doing out here? Get on board right now! Come on. Let's just leave him and get out of here. That guy will never change. Alright, you heard the man. Get out of here before it's too late. Zidane, I love you! You better come back. Zidane, I need eat more different food. I still hungry. You need come back. Take me more places. Show me more food. I still can't believe you're doing this. You've changed, Zidane. Till we meet again. Zidane, you've taught me another big lesson in life. Thanks. Zidane. Princess, we must go. Dagger? I mean, Your Highness? The abduction is over. I can't take you any farther. I'm sorry for being so selfish. No. You're not being selfish. You've done so much for us. If it weren't for you, I probably would have led a meaningless life. With you, I was able to see so much of the world and meet so many people. We faced many hardships too, but I think I finally know what's important. I'm so fortunate to have met you. I'll never forget our trip together. Thank you, Zidane. Promise me one thing. Please come back. I know I'm not setting a good example, but remember, no crying until the end. What? Excuse the fuck me? My game just crashed. My game just crashed. Oh no. Um. Oh no. Hmm?
Bruh.
Okay. Okay, my controller's not working. This is normal. I just gotta unplug, replug. Okay. Oh, good. It puts me right here. That wasn't a bit. My game really crashed. I was scared. So cross your fingers it doesn't happen again. Cross your fingers it doesn't happen again. Oh, man. And here I was thinking I was going to be able to get through this episode without any scuff. How fucking foolish. It's because I cried. You broke the rules! Everyone's going to be mad! Alright, okay. Let's do this, Zidane. Come on, come on. No! What? It crashed again! Hang on. Game crashes during ending sequence. Okay, I'm not the only person having this issue. Same crash, same mods. Root cause for this. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Should work fine. So I need to go program files, Steam. Steam apps, common, Final Fantasy 9, Moguri files, streaming assets, MA, MBG 116 bytes. All right. I'm gonna move this out of here. This said it fixed it for some people. No, you will never know the end. It's like the ending of Lightning Returns. Squaresoft prevents it from being streamed. You gotta figure it out for yourself. You gotta get there and see it on your own, or have it uploaded to Dailymotion or Vimeo or somewhere else outside the U.S. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Continue. Cross your fingers. Apparently this fix worked for some people and not for others, so we're going to try it again. I think it has to do with the video after this one being considerably longer. Yeah, you didn't know that, Theo? The ending of Lightning Returns is actually copyright claimed by Square. You cannot stream it, you cannot upload it anywhere, it will get you a copyright strike. They will take it down. Alright, come on, Zidane. Third time's a charm. You can do this. Yes! Success! Okay, let me collect myself. Kuja, can you hear me? I'm coming to get you. You still have time. Forget about me and go. Just shut up and stay where you are. I don't understand you. Okay. Here goes nothing. You know, they really should have. Yes, very angry tree. Also, I love Zidane's smug face when he's riding on that vine. As to your question about why they claim the ending, Theo, you'd have to see the ending and make your own opinion. Demo, thank you for the raid. You are right at the end of the game. You just missed the scuff. Hi, Nab. Your mom, bye. Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming in. My name is Gage. I am a mechanic and a variety streamer, and you are here just in time to catch the very, very end of Final Fantasy IX. So, if you like that, if it sounds interesting, hang around. If you want to not be spoiled, if I literally press the circle button right now, you're going to get spoilers. So if you want to avoid spoilers, you can leave and come back another time. I will understand. Your stream died 3 times. I'm done trying. If it makes you feel any better, I had to actually close the game and go back to my Steam library and modify some files to get the video that just played to work. So, not just you. Also, the guy called Bob, thank you for the follow. I hope you like what you're seeing. Okay. Time to voice act the rest of this. Huh? Still alive. This is on my playlist, so I'll bounce for now, but hopefully check out future stream. Yeah, absolutely. If you haven't played it before, I want you to enjoy it the first time. It's really good. And yeah, you're welcome here any other time. Tomorrow night I'm doing art, so maybe you can come in for that. I guess that was pretty crazy. Hey, are you alright? Zidane. What are you doing here? I thought I told you to go. Wouldn't you do the same for me if you knew I was dying? Never mind. Your comrades were able to escape? Yeah. I knew you had something to do with it. I'm glad they made it. Yeah, well, it's our turn to get moving. I don't deserve to live after all that I've done. I'm useless to this world. No one's useless. You helped us escape, remember? After you guys beat me, I had nothing left. Nothing more to lose. Then, I finally realized what it means to live. I guess I was too late. Hey, don't you go dying on me, alright? Kuja, what you did was wrong. But you gave us all one thing. Hope. We were all created for the wrong reason, but you alone defied our fate. We do not want to forget this. We want your memory to live on forever. to remind us that we were not created for the wrong reason, that our life has meaning. Sometime later. So this is Alexandria. Pick up the pace, will ya? Oh, I don't believe it, Vivi! Vivi? How do you know that name? What are you talking about? It's me, Puck! How could you forget me? Puck? You know, Puck! The Prince of Bermesia? Oh, come on, what's wrong with you? If you're not Vivi, then who are you? I'm Vivi's son! Yeah! Look at all the Vivis! I always talked about you, Zidane. How you were a very special person to us because you taught us all how important life is. Freya, you're leaving soon, are you not? Yes, I can hardly wait to see everyone. Alexandria. I went there many years ago. How long will it take to rebuild Bermesia? I don't care, as long as I am with you. I love you, Freya. Yet he still doesn't remember our past. I just want to cherish our time right now. You taught me that life doesn't last forever. That's why we have to help each other and live life to the fullest. It's time to say goodbye to this room. Save the Queen, you have served me well. My duty here is finished. Farewell, Alexandria. Even if you say goodbye, you'll always be in our hearts. So I know we're not alone anymore. Hey. Why are you going to Alexandria? You're not going? I never said that! Hey, wait! Why was I born? How I wanted to live? Thanks for giving me time to think. Good food not only delicious. Good food made with heart. This very important when cooking for friends. To keep doing what you set your heart on, it's a very hard thing to do. We were all so courageous. Hurry, hurry! We gotta get there before the play begins. Oh, there's no need to hurry. The theater ship is no match for my new ship. My new Hildegard is the fastest ship ever. Do I have to remind you? You said the same thing about the theater ship. That's what you said, Father. Aiko, what did you just call me? Darling, she called you Father. Father, Mother, hurry! Say it again, Aiko. What to do when I felt lonely? That wasn't the only thing you couldn't teach me. But we need to figure out the answer for ourselves. Beatrix. Where are you going? Please don't ask. My mind is already set. Wait! Listen to me. I never wish to lose you again. Steiner. Let us protect the Queen, together. I'm so happy I met everyone. I wish we could have gone on more adventures, but I guess we all have to say goodbye someday. All right, you scumbags, we're almost there. Been a long time since we saw Alexandria. Now, let's give them a show they won't forget. Yeehaw! Break a leg, people. Everyone, thank you. Farewell. My memories will be part of the sky. The theater ship will arrive any minute. It's been so long. I can't wait to see everyone. But it'll never be the same. I have to let go of the past. I have to move on, just like he taught me. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's performance is a story that takes place long, long ago. Our heroine, Princess Cornelia, is torn from her lover, Marcus. She attempts to flee the castle, only to be captured by her father, King Leo. Tonight's story begins when Marcus and Cornelia decide to run away together. And now, Your Royal Majesty, Queen Garnet, Lord Steiner, Lady Beatrix, noble ladies and lords, and our rooftop viewers, Tantalus proudly presents I Want to Be Your Canary. Marcus? Sweet Marcus, I fear I love thee more than I should. Princess, wilt thou be happy, married to a lowly peasant such as I? Prithee, call me princess no more. Marcus, wilt thou truly cherish me, the king's only daughter? Or is such a desire too dear to wish for? After our nuptials, shall I become no more than a puppet? A mindless puppet, never to laugh, never to cry? I wish to live my life under the sky. At times I shall laugh, at other times cry. For no life is more insincere than that lived as a masquerade. So much consideration thou hast given it. But worry not. Cast away thy trappings of royalty, and I shall swaddle thee in a gown of pure love. Never again will I part from thee. Pray, my love, make me thy canary to keep forever in the cage of thy bosom. Let us embark on the first ship tomorrow, before dawn can tell of our elopement. All my fortunes at thy foot I lay, and I shall follow thee throughout the world. No cloud, no squall shall hinder us. Oh, love is the sweetest joy and the wildest woe. All I wish is to be by my lover's, Marcus's side. Oh man, I'm flubbing my lines. Bye. It shall be war again unless this marriage is stopped. Ne'er will I let this plan come to fruition. Good day to ye, Highness. Good day. Wist thee of Marcus? Marcus, what news dost thou bring? This. Ooh. Where is she? Where has mine only daughter gone? Oh, nice clipping, Blank. Blank, good man. Hast thou seen Cornelia? Worry not, Majesty. I shall make sure Cornelia marries Prince Schneider. Be thou at ease. At ease, sayest thou? How can I rest, not knowing she is safe? Could it be thou hast betrayed me? By my troth, sir, I betrayed none other than poor Marcus. Thou hast the gall to betray thy dearest friend. Wouldst thou not betray me as swiftly? Stay thy hand, I merely sought a lasting peace between the two kingdoms. The traitor is dead! Oh, cruel fate! You two, quickly, find Cornelia and bring her before me. Yes, your majesty. Wretched daughter, how dare she disobey her father's wishes? This is it. This is the payoff 50 hours in the making. Where is Cornelia? Marcus, the ship soon embarks. Board ye this boat alone, and peace should come to both kingdoms, as Blank so said. Speak, Marcus! She told me that she could not live without me. So the sun is our enemy too. The eastern sky grows bright. Will we not spread our wings as yonder birds in joyous flight? Hark, Marcus, they cannot wait any longer. The ship departs. Could she have betrayed me? Nay, ne'er would my love speak false. I must have faith. She shall appear, if I only believe. As the sun lends me no ear, I pray instead to the twin moons. I beseech thee, wondrous moonlight, grant me my only wish. Bring my beloved dagger to me! And that is how you end a game. How did you survive? I didn't have a choice. I had to live. I wanted to come home to you. So, I sang your song. Our song.
Alone for a while, I have been searching through the dark for traces of the love you left inside my
It's not a flawless game, but it is a masterclass in writing and catharsis at the end.
melodies of life.
And the way the game is bookended by the play, and the way Dagger's name is set up so far in advance for that one final line. This is the 5th or 6th time I've played through this game, and I am not even slightly ashamed to admit I cry every single time. With respect to this lovely rendition of Melodies of Life, when I beat Final Fantasy VII, I did a quick analysis of it over the credits, and I wanted to do the same with this game, because as much as I like 7, this game so much more impactful for me. I think... Well, I don't think. It's pretty well documented that the biggest overarching theme in this game is that of life in general and existence. Like, what is our purpose? What is the meaning of our life? The meaning of our birth? And can we change that? Can we rise above it? Which is a very lofty thing to discuss. But I really think that they did a pretty damn good job throughout the game discussing that. And I honestly think that every character in the main cast has something to say about that theme. In no particular order, since I'm going off the top of my head here. Amarant lived his life as a loner, and he thought that relying on nobody but himself made him strong. But through his journeys with Zidane and the crew, he found out that that was not true, and that being able to rely on others, to have that support when you need it, is true strength. Aiko had a similar arc, actually, because she had been alone, barring the Moogles, from about, I'm going to say probably 5, and was living on her own, and was doing okay, but she didn't realize how lonely she was until she met Zidane and the team. And she immediately developed a crush on Zidane and a rivalry with Garnet. But I think by the end of the game, probably even earlier than that, probably by the Alexander event on Disc 3, she was actually just kind of glad to have everyone, including Garnet. And inasmuch as I think that both she and Amarant came into the story far too late to have as much impact as everyone else, I am glad that they got some closure. Aiko found a family, and even Amarant made a lasting friend. Quina probably has another weak arc overall, but even Quina learned something, and that was that there's more to life than just survival or hedonism. When we first meet Quina, Quina's living a simple existence almost an animal existence, really, in the marsh, eating frogs. And by the end of it, Quina is the head chef in Alexandria Castle. And actually has a very good lesson to teach, you know? It's not just... Cooking is not just about, like, following a recipe or whatever. You know? It's important to put your heart into it. Especially when you're doing it for people you love, people you care about. Freya found the strength to carry on in the face of terrible tragedy. I mean, Freya's story is one of the most tragic out of all of them. Her lover forgot that she existed, forgot who he was. She saw not one, not two, but 3 separate kingdoms she was trying to defend be destroyed right in front of her eyes. And I think it would be very easy to fall into deep despair if something like that happened. If you bore witness to that much tragedy, to say nothing of, you know, your personal tragedies of being forgotten by your lover, it would be very easy to fall into despair. But she didn't. She found the strength to carry on. Steiner realized that, you know, what he is sworn to do is not always the right thing. You know, he learned that, yeah, he's a knight, he's in service to Alexandria, but he has to think for himself, or he's just going to be the partner to more atrocity. Garnet just got an incredible amount of worldly experience, and honestly, I think that her journey and everything she learned with everybody else is going to make her a better queen than no amount of Dr. Tott's teachings could have ever done. And for his part, Zidane not only taught a bunch of people stuff about themselves throughout the course of the game, but he also learned that it doesn't matter about the circumstances of your birth. What matters more is what you do with the time that's given to you. That said, I think the 2 characters that exemplify what the game has to say the most are Vivi and Kuja. And their stories are actually very similar, if you think about it. Both of them are artificial life forms that were created for one purpose and one purpose only. They were created for war and destruction. Both of them basically rebelled against that purpose. Vivi definitely more so than Kuja, but Kuja is not existing to fulfill Garland's wishes. And then both of them find out that their lives are finite, and in fact, extremely finite. And that's the point where their stories diverge. Vivi, when he finds out that his life is finite, he does have a crisis, and I think anybody will. I think the knowledge of your own death is going to be harrowing for anybody. But with the help of Zidane and everyone else around him, he realizes that, you know what? It doesn't matter that I'm gonna die someday. What matters is that I make good use of the time I have left. And he does. That helps Zidane at the end of the game, that decision that Vivi made to give Zidane the strength to do what he wants to do. And Vivi, for his part, lives a unfortunately short but very full life. He goes on to help his friends save the world. And it's not really clear how, but he has a bunch of kids. You know, his memories are not just part of the sky. He passed them on to the next generation. it's kind of unclear whether black mages can actually breed. I personally choose to believe that Vivi probably repurposed some of Kuja's machines and realized that, you know what? If I have any purpose in this life, I gotta continue my existence and make sure that the next generation isn't just weapons. So I choose to believe that he probably made those black mages himself, using Kuja's machines and what was left of the mist, and taught them what he learned on his journey. And I also choose to believe that those tickets weren't forgeries the second time around. Although I'm pretty sure Garnet would let him in, you know, no questions asked. Kuja, on the other hand, you know, we saw what happened to him when he learned that his life was finite. And I want to be clear when I say, you know, Kuja committed atrocities. Kuja committed genocide on Gaia and incited an apocalypse on Terra. I don't think Kuja is a redeemable villain. I don't think he's a redeemable villain. But I do think he's a very understandable villain. You have to remember, he was happy. He was happy being Garland's Angel of Death until Garland told him that you're not good enough. I've created someone to replace you, and when he comes of age, you're gonna die. So, this is basically his father figure, telling him, I've replaced you with someone better, and I don't care about you anymore. You know? And for people who know about me personally, you might think that hits really close to home. It actually doesn't. Not as much as you would think. But I still think that would be a harrowing experience for anyone. So what does Kuja do? He rebels against his father. Hey, thank you for the gift sub, Lance. And Kumorin, I really hope you enjoy that. So Kuja rebels against his father and defeats his father and thinks, yeah, alright, cool. Now I've got the power of trance. I've got this godlike power, and I've defeated Garland, and I'm the most powerful being in the universe. This is great. And then he finds out that no, he's still gonna die. That can't be changed. And I think he gets very understandably angry about that. You know? Anger is one of the stages of grief. It's something that everybody goes through. And I think that by the very end of the game, when he was dying in the Aoife tree, he probably accepted his fate, and, you know, he realized that what he was doing was wrong. But I think that desire to not die alone, to take people with you, just out of spite, I think that's a very understandable desire. You know, I don't think it's right, and I still don't think he can be redeemed, but, you know, I can't say what I would do if I was in that situation. I don't really want to think about it. In any case, that's my little brief analysis of the game and the stories it has to tell. I am still tearing up over here. So, it's going on midnight. I'm probably going to go get something to drink. I would like to... Jesus, I can't even get through my ending spiel here. Everybody who came here tonight, everybody who followed, everybody who subscribed, everybody who gifted subs... I want to give you all my very heartfelt thanks. This game means a lot to me. For as much as it emotionally destroys me, it's my comfort game, and it always has been. And I'm very happy to share it with you. And I'm very happy that you wanted me to share it with you. I can't even go back like I did Final Fantasy VII and try to fight the super bosses. That's all been done. It's hard to believe, but the game is finished. So again, thank you all for coming. I'm gonna try to find somebody to raid. Let me see who's live. If anybody in this chat is planning on going live, say so now and I will raid you. If not, I'm going to go ahead and see who's live on Twitch. We'll find someone to raid, someone to pass this wonderful crowd off to, and I hope you give them as much love as you gave me. Oh, Richterfowl is live. Okay. We're going to raid Richterfowl. Richterfowl has been a good friend since I've started streaming again, and he deserves some love. Richter is a very good. I'm going to pass you over to him. If you are a subscriber, please feel free to use this raid message and harass Richter when we arrive. If not, just be your beautiful selves. Thank you for coming, Demo. I am going to work on getting the VODs uploaded on YouTube, so they will be there for posterity. I don't know when that's going to happen. I might do that over the weekend, but sometime very soon, hopefully. Okay, I am going to let you guys go so I can finally cry and go, you know, be gross and sob and blow my nose. Thank you all for coming, and say hi to Richter for me. I'll see you on the other side.
Holy crap. Gage, thank you. Holy crap. Hang on. Kiwi, are you still in the chat? If you are in the chat, could you shout out Gage? We're getting nut rated.
You just made friends everywhere, dude. Mirror. Look, text him first.
Thank you, Gage. How are you doing? You were playing FF. You have to finish FF9 already. I know you were planning to finish that today. Oh, hello, Komori.
You did so good. I'm trying.
Hello, everybody. Wow. Okay. Hello, Dream.
You did so good.
Oh, wow. So many people. Hang on. I can't. Sorry. So I have a time limit. Oh my god. Wait.
You did so good.
I have to grab.
Oh boy.
You have to have 6 meter. Oh no, I'm gonna drown. But yes, it was emotional. Oh, nice. I finished it and I'm emotionally destroyed. Oh, damn.